Well, Mike, we got our first cold weekend. You know, we didn't think winter was ever going to show up. Well, now February truly has showed up. So, frozen pipes, thing you got to watch out for. I think we talked about this last year. Anytime your crawl space, make sure your vents are closed so you don't get any drafts under there to freeze anything. Basements, hopefully you shouldn't have a problem if you have a basement. Hopefully that's heated. The one thing you don't want to do if it's frozen, don't just torch it. This is a no, right? We don't want to do that. If you have to sweat the pipe or something, yes, you want to use a torch, but you don't want to unthaw it. Usually a hair dryer works best, something that you're not going to catch things on fire with. And that pipe could be frozen anywhere along the length. Usually if there's a draft, like you had a vent that was open, that's the spot probably to look. So you want to close those vents, unthaw it with a hair dryer. Hopefully you don't have a break. And then the thing you can do to prevent it, or once it's done, if you get it unthawed, if you catch it soon enough, hopefully, you know, the pipe doesn't split or anything. Copper tends to expand to a point and then it splits open. Once you unthaw it, you'll know obviously if it's leaking or not. Heat tapes, they come out every 3 foot, start at 3 foot, 6 foot, 9 foot, 12 foot, up from there. These heat tapes, you'll run along the pipe. It's a straight run. They have a thermostat on that goes along your pipe. So that will come on at like 32 degrees. It's set at maybe 34 degrees. And that will keep your pipe from freezing. And then you want to wrap it with a wrap. Grab this wrap. Once you put that along the pipe, you'll wrap it with this, and then just regular electrical tape, duct tape, anything will work to hold this wrap around that pipe. That holds the heat in to the pipe. And what happens is that thermostat, when it's 34 degrees, that'll kick on, and that'll run heat along that cable and keep your pipe from freezing. It'll keep it warm. You don't want to use with the heat tape. This is a no. Little cords, no. Possible fire hazard. You want to go with something at least a 16 gauge cord or bigger on the heat tape. Something like this is going to work much better. No fire hazard, no problem with a cord like this. If you do have it freeze and break, the extreme problem, today you can sweat it if you're good at that. The other thing you have is these fittings. Some people have PEX. This happens to be a CPVC copper. They'll work on all these. And this piece here just clips over. Push this down. So all they are, this happens to be a T, but you can use a coupling. If you have a piece that's split, you can cut it out, use 2 couplings. All you would do on the copper or the PVC, or even if you have PEX, is just these fittings. You cut it off, make a nice flush edge, make sure there's no burrs on it, and all you do is just stab that in tight, then it won't pull apart. This little fitting here is designed if you have to take it apart. This goes in here and it sort of depresses against the collar, and then you can pull it apart. Same thing with our copper side. This just happens to be a 1/2 inch fitting. They come in 3/4, half. They also come in 3/8. Again, you have a piece of copper that's split, you cut the bad piece out, cut another piece to fit in between your coupling. Put a coupling on either end, and then all you'll do is stab it, and you're done. So hopefully you don't have to go to this extreme. Preventative obviously is the best. Make sure those vents are covered. Make sure if you got a crawl space, all the vents are covered, closed. Then you can do heat tape, or if you have a heated, some people today, on all the new houses, they don't have vents anymore. You have what they call a conditioned space, so you have a heated crawl space. So it'd be heat vents in that crawl space to keep that at a reasonable temperature. So I guess that's our quick tip on pipes. Frozen pipes, hopefully not frozen pipes.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladieux.
Gladieux Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladieux is locally owned.